7 years, between 2000 and 2007, I was the leader of an initiative called the Lifeline Expedition. This is a reconciliation initiative and a Christian response to the legacies of the Atlantic slave trade. We arranged expeditions to 14 different countries on both sides of the Atlantic, and our teams, which were up to about 30 people, always included Africans, descendants of enslaved Africans, and white people from different European nations and also from the USA. And it was the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life, and probably the most rewarding as well. Perhaps the most distinguishing feature of the expeditions was that the white people walked silently in yokes and chains as a sign of apology, and we walked through the streets of places like Liverpool, Bristol, London, here in the UK, and many other cities and towns in Africa, Europe and the USA, where slavery, and the Caribbean as well, where slavery had taken place. And we were led and accompanied by our brothers and sisters of African descent. Of course, we said that by walking in yokes and chains, sometimes quite long distances, actually walked all the way from Hull to Westminster in 2007 in the yokes and chains. But we said, well, obviously this is not a fraction of what your ancestors went through. That's what we, of course, said to those of African descent. And if you want to see more about what that was like, if you go into vimeo.com and search for Yokes and Chains, that's of course spelled Y-O-K-E-S, Yokes and Chains, then you can see like a 10-minute trailer of a longer documentary, and that'll give you an idea of what it was all about. And obviously there was another expedition later in Haiti, that was in 2013, and also one in Jamaica, and I handed over the main leadership to a person called Joseph Sinchem, who is from Cameroon, and he lives in Richmond, Virginia. Actually, we very soon developed a kind of like a leadership situation where there were 3 leaders, myself and Joseph and another person from Martinique, so that we had the 3 corners of the slave trade represented in the leadership. And obviously these last few days, and especially all that's going on in the States, has grieved me deeply, and I'm getting to that stage of kind of wondering, could something slightly similar to the Lifeline Expedition work, if you like, once again, whether in the USA or here. What I'm sure of is that if that was to happen, it would need younger leadership to make it happen. So yes, I learned a great deal during those years about aspects of reconciliation, but I'm also here to learn, because certainly I've got masses more to learn, and these are huge issues in these days. Days of great opportunity, I feel, days of great promise. It's all on the knife edge. Perhaps it could go either way, either the anger, etc., leading to something quite destructive, or hopefully an anger which is leading more to justice and has a concern for reconciliation and a more hopeful future. Thank you.